Reading and storytelling is imperative to the development of young minds. At Abound Publishing, their mission is to not only provide interesting and compelling stories for children and adults, but to minister to hearts and make a long-lasting impact for generations to come.
Abound Publishing is a small business that began in 2017, and it's a publishing company that was created literally on a whim of this idea that came to my brother and I, that we wanted good content with books, resources, anything curriculum that could be inside the home. And we thought, you know what? There is not enough of that out there, and we think that we can bring this dynamic creativity and good content to come together and bring it to parents and bring it for the children in the home and for the parent in the home. And so Abound Publishing was created from this dream and this vision of brother and sister who had kids of their own, who thought, you know what, there's bound to be more creative authors out there that can write and illustrate, that love Jesus, love the Word, love using their creativity for good. And how can we mesh all of that together to provide a resource for parents along the way that helps them to raise their kids up in, whether that be biblical teaching, foundational morals, values, all of those wonderful things. There's probably not enough of it. There's never enough of it. So Abound Publishing was created with that in mind, to edify the home, edify the individual and the family through resources. We have 7 books currently, and we're obviously biased, but we're super proud of each of them. The very first book that we did was called Like Your Laugh, and when we first started this business, my brother actually handed this off and said, Jessica, I'm giving you a book company, I'm giving you this publishing company, and I was absolutely terrified. But from that, I was like, okay, how can I start this thing and not feel super intimidated? So I actually started with one of my own books, because I thought, if this thing tanks, I'm not gonna feel so bad holding someone else's prized possession. So I started with my own book, and it's called Like Your Laugh, and it is literally the most fun-filled, joy-filled book. It has no other meaning or spiritual reference other than just joy. It truly is a book that we have prayed over many a times, that it would just bring joy into homes, because it's all about laughs. It's all about the different kinds of laughs that you could laugh. Which kind do you laugh like? And so it kind of takes you on this journey of different laughs that people have. And at the very end, you know, you get to find out what is the laugh like that you laugh. And I've never known a sad situation that couldn't be turned around in the day-to-day life of parenting with some intentional laughter. And so that's what we've kind of created with that first book. So Like Your Laugh is the first book. It was one that we just said, let's see if this thing takes off. And then we have 6 others, you know, behind it. Abound Publishing is based in Arkansas. That's where we got started. We are homegrown. We're just regular families that love the Lord. We want good content. We go to church. We do the sports scenes. We do the daily routines. We're not anything fancy, but we just know that God's given this to us, and we want these good things for these families and to help empower families. And so we just we understand, like from firsthand experience, parenting, what that looks like, our own spiritual journey, and how we get on that. And so the fact that we are that hometown feel, and it's not too big, we're not trying to get rich quick. And I think that's important, that we stay true to who we are, and that we're authentic, that we remember what we're doing and why we're doing it. And instead of trying to get something in return, our heart is to truly give the parent an experience with their child, give the parent an experience even in their own spiritual journey, that said, this was the book that kind of changed some things for me, or gave me a different perspective than I had. And so that's kind of who we are. You can find us, like I said, on any social media platform. Email us, reach out on Facebook Messenger, anything, just ask questions. If you have ideas, if you have thoughts on books, if you are an author and you're like, I don't know, please reach out. Don't feel hesitant. Don't feel like we're the big CEOs with, the windows in the office and stuff. We're just at home, I mean, we are just very, very down to earth, normal, let's talk and have a cup of coffee or Zoom and find out where your passion is, what are you writing about, how can we help you in any way. So that's just who we are. And aboundbooks.com, you can find out our story. You can hear about what we have for purchase, but also just hear our mission and our vision. So it's important to know where you're buying your stuff from, but also it's important to know who it is that you're supporting when you buy.